Hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to say, and I'm speaking for Randall too, uh, thank you to everybody that has supported us and subscribed to us and just has helped us along the way. Um, Last week, we hit a big goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers, so I just want to say thank you to everybody that has helped us. Um, Snydertron 3000, Old Car Auto Guy, Straight Six Fan. Um, those are some of the channels that have helped us along the way. Some of the people. Um, StarQuest Joe. Anytime I have a question and don't feel like going to the forums, I just send him a text and he helps me out, and I appreciate that so much. A couple other guys, Jason Anderson, Davis. I think that's how you pronounce your name. And also Tim Powell. Thank him so much because he gave us, he sent us this camera that you're watching us on. And without him, our videos would still not look that great as they do now. If they do, I don't know. But yeah. Again, thank you so much for helping us out, and I'm gonna start on this video now. Yo, what's going on, everybody? So if you watched our last video, we were checking the timing and everything on my motor, and I thought that my chain was like a tooth off, causing the car not to start and whatnot. If you've watched our previous videos, you see that it doesn't really want to start and run. So I thought that the cam gear was a tooth off from everything else, but it turns out it really wasn't. So if you follow us on Instagram, you saw that I posted pictures of the timing marks and everything, and most people said that they, looked okay. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said that the timing marks on the crank and the cam gear and everything look good. He said to check the distributor and see how it's lined up. So when I took the cap off, I've already changed this. When I took the cap off, the rotor button was pointing straight up. So I pulled the distributor back out and rotated it to where the cap faces the number one cylinder for the most part. So today, again, fingers crossed, we'll be firing this up and letting it idle. But I can't do that right now because it's 6:30 in the morning, and kids are still asleep, and the whole neighborhood's probably still asleep. So I don't think they would appreciate me starting up a open downpipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and button everything back up, throw the spark plugs back in. If I have time, I'm gonna do a couple other things, and then we'll be turning the key. So wish me luck. So I got the valve cover on, and I replaced this bypass hose that I had with these caps. It was going from the thermostat housing to the water pump, but the one from the water pump went to the stock turbo for the water cooling. I also put the distributor cap back on, but I dropped one of the distributor cap screws, and I did not hear it hit the ground. So hopefully we can still try to start it with just one screw in there. I'm gonna try to find the other one, but yeah, like I said, it didn't hit the ground. So now I'm gonna throw spark plugs back in. If I have time, I'm gonna redo this mass airflow wire and route it underneath the car and up and make it look a little cleaner. And then I'm gonna see what time it is, and if I have enough time, I'm gonna try and wire up the new flex light fans, and then go ahead and start it. Alright, so I've been working on this. This is the old radiator fan that was on the car. It seems pretty straightforward what they did. Coming off the harness from the old fan, they have these. These must be for power, and this one's just the ground. So they have these wire netted together to one power going into the factory plug, and then just the ground going into the other plug. So on this, on the Flexolite fans, I just have one power wire and one ground. So just connect that to that one, connect the ground to there, and plug it back up how it was. Seems pretty simple. This was also wired up. They installed a temperature sensor on the bottom of the radiator. I don't know why, but so that will just plug up the same way. So it seems pretty simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that. So whenever I start this up, if it idles that long, hopefully the fans will kick on and it won't overheat. Now I do have to say, if you are horrible, absolutely horrible at soldering like I am, then you need some of these solder-filled butt connectors. They're a lifesaver. They got heat shrink on them, and they're filled in the middle with solder. So all you got to do is connect the wires together, slide that on, and heat it up, and the solder melts, and bam, you have a good connection. I also like to put some regular heat shrink tubing around it just to keep it that much safer. But yeah, this is super simple, and you don't have to worry about the connection really with the regular soldering iron. It's just so much easier. Alright, got the fans wired up. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna fill the radiator up with some distilled water, plug in the injectors, and see if my timing issue is fixed. Hopefully, like I said, it'll play nice with only one distributor cap screw in there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so I got the fuel injectors back plugged up, hooked up the battery, got my timing light ready because it's time to start this thing. Hopefully. Alright, well, starter's not kicking on, so I'm going to check that out real quick and see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I think I got it. I think the ground was a little loose on the starter, so here goes nothing. Well, that fired a lot quicker than it did before. Oh boy, it idles. It idles. But one thing I do need to check is oil pressure. Still no oil coming out of the top feed. Let's try it again. Randall's not here with me today, so a lot of back and forth. Just gotta mess with this distributor. Don't really know which way to do it. Doesn't seem to be that way. I don't remember where it was before when I had it idling. Not that way. Try that. So far so good. No smoke that I see. And I don't hear any water leaks like I did before. Oh, but I still don't have any oil pressure. What the heck? Man, so close. No oil pressure. What the heck, man? Oh man, I really don't have to rip the front of the motor off to check the oil pump. I think my distributor might be still too far advanced, maybe, because that's all the way down. Kind of smells weird inside the valve cover. Well, it runs. Well, looks like I gotta drain all the oil out of it. And maybe just the sump isn't on there good. Because, yeah, there's nothing coming out. But it runs. Alright guys, we are one step closer to getting this thing back up and running. But, unfortunately, I gotta drain all the oil out of it and take the oil pan off, probably the front cover, to see if I got everything right on the oil pump, because unfortunately I have no oil pressure. There's no oil coming out of the turbo feed line, and there's no pressure registering on the gauge. So that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna diagnose that in another video. as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for even thinking we're good enough to have 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if Randall's going to do a podcast today. He's actually on his way back from the mountains. So if he does, be on the lookout for that later tonight. Maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. I think he said he took off tomorrow too. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. And head on over to sandrmotoring.com. Pick up some merch. Help me fund a new oil pump if need be. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching.